Welcome to this gorgeous but still very icy April morning in Stockholm. Today's adventure takes us down to Palma in Mallorca via Geneva on a pair of Swiss A220s, aka the C Series, and we're in business class. It's one of my favorite planes both for its looks and for its 2x3 configuration, but as we'll see, Swiss cheaped out on the cabins in some ways, and that's unfortunate. Still, it's always fun to fly one and to head to Mallorca, whatever the plane and airline. This one is the 300 series, the longer version, and the next leg will be on the 100, but the passenger experience is identical. What I do love on Swiss is the branding, the fonts, the red chocolates, all of this stuff is great. Even this little bottle of water is attractive. The cabin is airy and bright and comfortable with big windows. You've got these tiny screens overhead on all A220s, which is nice when they put the moving map on there. It's really too small to play a movie on, so mostly this seems to be what airlines do. It's tiny, but better than nothing. The seats themselves look okay, but you've got no power of any kind and they're very thin and hard. Considering how far the A220 can theoretically fly, it seems like a miss to me. Though okay, Swiss usually uses them on shorter runs. There's also no Wi-Fi. I don't know, it seems like Swiss wants to be a premium brand and this should be a premium plane, but it's outfitted like a low-cost product. At least in business class, you can get a seat on the side with 2 seats and be guaranteed no seat neighbor. That's a great perk and makes up for the slimline seats. Anyway, let's take off, and what a gorgeous day to do it.
Attention please, you are required to keep your seatbelt fastened while the sign is on and whenever you are seated. We kindly ask you to please open carefully the overhead compartments as objects may fall out. Thank you. Mesdames et messieurs, nous vous demandons de garder votre ceinture de sécurité attachée lorsque le signal attaché à votre ceinture est allumé et lorsque vous êtes assis.
Breakfast service is a solid effort. You get a small portion of frittata plus a croissant, and then alongside there's this box with a charcuterie board complete with some very Swiss scenes drawn into it. I don't know who needs this much charcuterie in the morning, but it's nice that they offer this. It's something unique and very Swiss. Flight attendants are also exceedingly pleasant and friendly throughout. I appreciate that very much. We're actually delayed quite a bit coming in, supposedly because there were so many skis to load onto the plane at Arlanda. But luckily this entire crew is also continuing on to the Palma flight, so there's no worry about missing the connection. The descent into Geneva is a little less spectacular than usual, with the Alps mostly covered in cloud, but it's still pretty.
9 degrees and broken skies, a little bit rainy today. I hope you enjoyed your flight with Swiss and I wish you a nice day, nice holidays. Thank you very much.
objects may fall out. We'd like to thank you for choosing Swiss today for your flights, and we wish you a very nice day in Geneva, or a good continuation of your journey if you're transferring to Mallorca.
So a nice flight on Swiss from Stockholm to Geneva on the A220, lovely aircraft. The only hiccup being that 1 hour delay leaving Stockholm, and I was sweating it because my connection here in Geneva is just 55 minutes, or it was meant to be. But luckily I found out that the same crew that was operating this flight is going to be working the flight down to Palma. So as you'd expect then, the following flight was delayed, which is good. I don't know if I would have made it. You have to kind of do a long walk under the terminal in order to get back to the gates if you're connecting here. So I'd have had to hustle. Maybe it would have been possible, I'm not sure, but nice to have a little breathing room. Geneva Airport, not a terrible place, relatively compact, but just as I remember it, stiflingly hot in here, and I don't understand why. They keep it the temperature that you would expect when you walk into one of these jungle arboretums in a colder climate. Let's get over onto the A220. Should be a 100 series now, headed down to Palma. I think it's about a 1 hour flight. And I'm accidentally approaching passport control, so I gotta turn around, go back to my gate. My seat got changed to the right side, meaning I'll have someone on the aisle. At least it's a window, pretty sure, 4F. I don't get it though, they said aircraft swap meant we had to switch seats, but it's still a 100. That's what we were scheduled on, so I don't know. Different amount of business seats, I guess? Weird one, but I'm not sweating it. It's an hour flight. Otherwise, if it was longer, I'd be upset to lose my solo seat with an empty one next to me and free aisle access. But anyway, quick one. Weather in Geneva, very variable. Let's get on board this one and get to Palma.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. It took up speaking. My name is Andreas and would like to welcome on this flight to Palma. Actually, we are ready. Unfortunately, due to the strike in France, we have an outbound restriction here in Geneva. That starts in about 1 hour and 5 minutes. That means that the engine start is planned in about 1 hour from now. Nevertheless, I hope you already feel comfortable on board, and thank you for your patience and your understanding.
Señores pasajeros, estamos preparados para el despegue. Les pedimos que por favor se abrochen los cinturones de seguridad, se sellen las pesas y equipos para la estación de posición vertical.
And let's rock it out of Geneva.
compartimentos portaequipajes, pues equipaje de mano puede ir. Gracias.
Much the same experience on this flight, except I got one of those fun, quintessentially Swiss beers, and the lunch service was this light lunch of some meaty preparation with bread, cheese, and a dessert. Perfectly adequate. The main highlight here is the approach over Mallorca, so I'll leave you to just watch that unfold. What a gorgeous island, especially this side of it.
Pasajeros queridos del aeropuerto de Palma de Mallorca, les pedimos que por favor permanezcan sentados con los cinturones de seguridad abrochados hasta que el señal luminosa en la cabina se apague. I'd like to thank you for choosing Swiss A220 flight, and we wish you a very nice stay in Palma or a good continuation of your journey.
All right, we're in Mallorca. Nice to be here, especially because the last time I came here, which I think was 2 years ago, was my only time ever flying to this airport, and I just turned right back around and went back to Germany because I was filming with Lufthansa. So, that was a fun shoot, but I really regretted not being able to stay here and check out Mallorca, which looks like a beautiful place. And to be honest, it could be any kind of place. After the cold weather we've had in Sweden, it's gonna feel like paradise, I think. Nice couple of flights down with Swiss on the A220. I really enjoyed it despite the delays, and I'm not too stressed today. I mean, it's cutting down on my hours of warmth and sunshine because I have to leave again tomorrow, but whatever. Sometimes you just have to chill with a delay. Service was great. I really liked the flight attendants. Food was great. Yeah, I was really happy with it. We'll catch you next time.
Thanks for coming along. For Air Edition, I'm Gabe Lee.